autism.
Oh, wait, no, sorry, that's the wrong one. No. You don't have autism, you.
I am high energy. I can't control myself.
That's the Aaron Imholte version of that one. Aaron Imholte was supposed to be the guest on tonight's show, so I do want to let people know about what's going on, because this is crazy, all right? I'm sure most people who watch this show already heard the news when it comes to some of this stuff. But don't think you know what I'm about to say here exactly, okay? Yesterday, I sent out of the blue Aaron a message, and I said, I know you're a busy guy. And I only know he's a busy guy because I saw him in a suit leaving a courtroom like this. He's doing an important big man walk out of the courtroom. A very solemn walk. So I say, I know you're a busy guy, but would you guest on my show tomorrow night? I was trying to think who would be good for a Mersh episode, you know? Maybe Aaron Imholte. Maybe he would work. Oh, we got somebody wanting to call in here. Busy guy. But would you be a guest on my show tomorrow night? I thought Ryan would be a good guest. I thought Aaron would be a good guest. Check. So I thought Ryan would be good. I asked Porcelain, but it turns out Porcelain is retired from making fun of Mersh and also the internet. Shout out to Porcelain. So I asked Aaron, I said, would you be on board to do it? Tomorrow night, it's a big one. This is a big episode. I said this would I thought about it for a second. I had sent him that, and I was like, oh, he's going to think, I said it's a big one. He's going to think I want to have him on and talk about all of his woes and problems. Ryan, are you familiar with Aaron Imholte and his woes and his problems?
Yeah, he's got some woes. Sad to see.
Yeah. Do you know Nick Rekieta?
Yeah, of course. Okay. I've been seeing stuff on that.
Okay. So, yeah, Nick, are you, whose side are you on, Nick or Aaron?
See, I don't have any sides. I think it's just a tragedy for everybody involved.
It's crazy. One of the most horrific, disgusting things ever.
It's crazy.
It sucks. It really sucks.
I don't think I even know the half of it, though. There's like wife swapping stuff involved.
That's enough, by the like, if it stopped there, it's an absolute devastating tragedy. You're no longer allowed to go online at that point. Like, don't most guys, once they're found to be a swap shop kind of guy, don't they get kicked off of the internet permanently? Wasn't there a guy, Jack Murphy or something, that happened with him?
Oh boy.
Do you know who I'm talking? Oh, am I not allowed to say that to you because you are like,
no,
are you friends with Jack Murphy?
No, I'm not.
Is Gavin friends with Jack Murphy?
No, I don't think he's friends with him. We interviewed him once, like right before that happened. We were like, man, we really wish we got him after that.
Yeah, it should have been like 2 weeks later, right? Yeah, well, you couldn't have because he got kicked off the internet, and deservedly so. You don't get to have an online presence anymore once everybody knows that your wife is for grabs. She's for the streets. And when she's up for auction, you can inspect her gums, see every natural illustration you want, check her flaps, kick the tires, and make sure she's got all her nuts on straight. So... Then you add in the Baldo, which is bad.
What's the Baldo?
You don't know the Baldo?
No.
Woo, buddy! Nick Rekieta, what he does is he takes his testicles and he shoves them inside of a little magic bullet, and then he shoves that inside his lady's hootie hole.
A magic bullet and a hootie hole.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, man. So... He was revealed to be like a whiskey butt guy. There's like so many embarrassing things piled on. And then, of course, you add in the fact that not only are you swapping, but you're also doing it with the internet's steel toes ape, and thus by proxy, Aaron and his tarantula. And that's a horrific place to be no matter what. Like, you are already out for the count when it comes to that.
We're talking about a real tarantula?
It's a living, breathing tarantula that resides on Aaron's forehead that controls him with its webs. It tells him evil.
His hair.
It tells him evil thoughts, and it pulls the strings in the relationship.
I do have a strong opinion on his when he decided to have like a mustache beard combo for a little bit.
Yeah,
that was bad. Evil Aaron.
Yeah, the mirror universe goatee he had for a little while. So yeah, everybody told him that was bad, and he kept going, you guys are so funny. Like he was rolling with the punches, but they're like, no, we're serious. Stop it. We can't look at you. It's unpleasant. It's hard. And then every once in a while, he'll have the tarantula under control too. And you're like, why don't you just do that every day? Sometimes he's just so defeated and deflated that the tarantula is like seeping into his eyes like some sort of black goo.
I'm
Anyway,
seeing the tarantula now. Yeah,
it's bad.
I understand it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah, I guess I should bring up a picture of Aaron. Huh? Aaron Imholte. All right, so by the way, I like Aaron. All right. Just to be clear, we're on Team Aaron at Pod Awful because we hate Nick Rekieta. I've always hated Nick Rekieta. He's been an enemy of the show. His wife has been an enemy of the show for as long as possible. There's really no good pictures of Aaron, and I don't just mean because all of them are of Aaron. Like every picture is like out of focus or too low quality, or he's like halfway standing up doing something bizarre, or is a nobody likes onions thumbnail filled with terms and conditions on it. And speaking of conditions on it, Aaron, your hair. Okay, so let's try this one. Here we go. Okay. So yeah, here it's not, I mean, it's not great, but it's not a super tarantula. It's slightly better.
That looks like a mating call, sort of like this is springing into action sort of thing, where the legs are all up. Something has happened to the tarantula.
It's like a trapdoor spider where you're about to be its dinner.
Yeah,
and that's how he got ape, by the way.
Like a Jack-in-the-Box spider.
Mm-hmm. So, and then that terrible sign. Okay, listen, I could sit here and critique Aaron all day, but this episode's about Mersh, so let me just explain this. All right. Oh, by the way, this right now, like what you're about to hear, is a totally clippable moment. Okay, I'm gonna start.
Totally clip of the moment.
In fact, I'm gonna start over from the beginning so you get everything in your nice little clip here, because this is exclusive. This is exclusive. Aaron Imholte. Nobody's got this information going on right now. So yesterday, I message him for this episode. I say, "Do you want to co-host?" And he's like, "I would love to co-host with you. I'm Anthony Cumia." And Ryan, you're friends with Anthony Cumia, right?
That's correct.
Okay, and then what does he sound like? What I just did?
No, I didn't know what you. I thought that was Aaron.
I'm Anthony. Yeah, well, Aaron is trying to always sound like Anthony Cumia. Have you ever talked to Cumia and he's like mentioned Aaron before?
No.
Okay, so that's actually bad enough. Just that answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen. Say what you want. I like Aaron. I don't respect him. I don't think he's funny. I don't think he's a good guy. I don't think his show is particularly good. I don't think he's actually interesting. He seems like a bad husband, but I like him. And
he seems like a nice guy.
He doesn't seem like a nice guy at all.
Really?
No, but
okay.
He's good. But he's not good. He's not a good guy. He's against Nick Rekieta, which is good to me. And Nick Rekieta poisoned his children with cocaine. So I don't know, which side are you going to be? I guess you don't really have to choose sides. But anyway, I wanted Aaron to be on the Mersh episode. So I said, will you do the show? And he's like, I would love to. Pod Awful's my favorite show. Ah! And he put his Grover arms up in the air and flung them all around. And I had to say to him, like, hey, I want you to know this is in no way going to be about your current legal issues or anything. None of the drama has nothing to do with that. Because I was like, oh, shit, he's going to say no. He's going to think I'm bringing him on for like an ambush. So he was like, I wouldn't mind doing it. And then he sort of he was like, a maybe. He gave me a maybe. He said, I would love to do it anytime. Just tomorrow, there's going to be some issues. And it turns out 2 hours later, all over the internet, a warrant for Aaron's arrest was released. Okay?
I knew that was coming. I would have put $200 on it.
Oh, of course. I mean, so this is crazy. I mean, this is real. I'm going to read you some of it here, not everything, but this is the state of Minnesota versus Aaron Michael Imholte, which, listen, if you were going to fight a state, Minnesota, probably not the worst one to have to go up. I'd prefer like Delaware or Rhode Island, I suppose. And this has his full address on it. That's good that that's out there. So this says the complainant submits this complaint to the court and states that there are probable causes to believe that the defendant committed the following offenses. And it turns out the offenses he committed were the non-consensual dissemination of private sexual images. So Aaron, according to this, is a revenge pornographer. And Kayla Rakeda, Nick's cross-eyed wife, his cross-eyed wife, she is claiming that Aaron did this. And she's claiming it because Aaron did it out loud on his show while live. Said he was doing it, clearly did do it. The co-host...
That's bad, right?
Yeah. The co-host for the show was Gino Bisconti. And Gino Bisconti then a minute later went, oh, and then commented on it and said that he saw the things, all of her, every point on the map. And now I know that looks bad. Okay. I know that sounds bad. So then this is going around. Everybody is talking. Oh my gosh, Aaron, it's happening. Aaron's getting arrested. Now remember, months ago, I'm the only person screaming at Aaron going, stop talking, stop doing this. You are under arrest. Do you not understand that they are arrested? You're going to be in trouble. Of course, he was already in court before this. Now he's under arrest again. There's a warrant. I mean, it says right here, they've marked warrant, and it says this warrant may be executed at any time of the day or night and on Sundays or legal holidays. They're very serious about this. Okay, extremely, extremely serious about it. Now, here's where things suddenly, you don't know so much about them, okay? Now, remember, Aaron has just told me that he's a maybe. It's not a lock, but he's a very, very 90% sure possibility for co-hosting this show tonight. And then I see that and I go, oh, wait, never mind. I guess you're being arrested. And then I never hear back from him. Now,
is he like, nah?
To my knowledge, Aaron has not tweeted. He hasn't done a show, not a Rumble, not a YouTube, not last night, not this morning. There's been no hide nor hair of Aaron since then, unless he's done it in the past couple minutes here. I just checked. Yeah, there's nothing. There's no tweets or anything from him. And he stopped replying to me. But here's what I didn't tell you yet. This was Aaron's message to me and why he was only a maybe on this. He said, wouldn't mind if the show was about me, but I'm taking the kids out to the cabin for the weekend tomorrow afternoon. I would have loved to do the show. I may come home if they stay, I won't say where, but if they stay at a certain place tomorrow night, so what time are you on? I'm sorry. I was talking to Salvo about this earlier today. A guy suddenly starts going out to the woods in a cabin with his kid. This is a family annihilation happening. Okay. Somebody needs to check on Ape, number one, to see if she's already been taken out. And number two, these kids are not, he's on the lam right now. Earlier, I called the jail to check to see if he was already in it. All right. This is a thing. They said no. So he is on the run from the
Is there
cops.
a Bowflex in this cabin?
That is my first thought. If there's any sort of exercise equipment whatsoever, we've seen Aaron. He's not using it. So it's not going to end well in this scenario. Now, again, I'm pro Aaron. And here's why, by the way. If you are against me on this, if you don't believe in Aaron's pure innocence when it comes to this, let me maybe change your mind with this. I believe Aaron is innocent. This was posted in our Discord. Thank you to Scampus for posting this. This is a clip of Nick Rekieta, the husband of the woman complaining, and he says this about nude images and they're being shared.
Give you guys some deep insight. We do not have nude pictures of any kind. And if we ever did, it would never be in an electronic device. Ever.
Yep.
There's just way too much potential for that to be out. And it doesn't need to be. Mm-hmm. That's not for anybody else.
Yeah. It's for your guys only. Like that's because that's your relationship is your business. You know what I'm saying? Making your woman or your man.
The idea of having my wife's genitalia on a screen at an office. The idea is it's foreign to me. I don't even know. I don't speak that language.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron is an innocent man. Release him. It's a completely foreign concept of these people. There is no way he could have shared nudes of her. They don't even take nudes and share them, and they're not swingers, and they never do any of this stuff. And that's the bottom line. And here's the thing. It was supposedly shared on Signal. You ever use Signal, Ryan?
I think I was forced to download it for a thing, and basically no.
You seem like the type who would have to do that because of your ties and affiliations to right-wing terrorist organizations. But basically Signal is one of these crypto, everything is encrypted. You can't see it. Everything gets deleted right after. You can't even screenshot it, sort of things. And so now she's going to have to prove that the photo ever even existed and that it was ever. I don't know if that can be done at this point. But the only evidence in play here is that Nick claims that they have never, ever done anything like this ever. So I figured I would call the jail back again and see if he's been arrested yet. Because, again, this is supposed to be my co-host tonight, one of my co-hosts, Aaron Imholte. So we should probably check in on him. So let's give the jail a call. This is the Stearns County Jail.
You have reached the Stearns County Jail. We are closed.
Oh.
Office hours are 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday.
So he can't be there. If they're closed, why would he be there?
That's right.
Can be found on the Stearns County Jail website. Please search Stearns County Jail. For inmate visiting, press 1. For inmate phone services, press 2.
I thought they said Imholte.
For inmate mail, press 3. For inmate vending and money systems, press 4. For questions about warrants, press 5. For questions about court, press 6. For warrant information, including active Stearns County warrants, can be found on the Stearns County Sheriff's Office Jail website. To repeat this message...
I did call them earlier. This number says 24/7. I hate when they do that. It's just a thing telling you to go to a website. It's like, I know I can go to a website. Let's see. Let me search. Current inmates, past inmates, outstanding warrants, most one. All right, let's search current inmates then. Let's see if he's in. Oh, I can submit a tip. Should I give them? Should I tell them where he is? Maybe I can call. Maybe while he's in the jail, I can call him and he can co-host the show while he's in there. We get him.
Write in a tip and say that on behalf of inmate Aaron Imholte, we're pleading foreign to me. So they should just wipe the slate clean. These charges are foreign to my client.
Okay, I'm not seeing him. Yeah, I'm not seeing him in there right now. He's not in there right now.
Does he have an alias?
Baldo God 69.
Search Steel
Toe.
It says his warrant information was updated last today at 7:30 p.m.
Really?
Oh.
And what does that mean?
I don't know. It's just his warrant. It just says updated last 7:30.
So that just happened, then, right? I mean,
that was in the chat.
That was like what? That was like just a few minutes ago, basically. Yeah. Okay, it does say that. Felony. His bail amount is $0 though. What does that mean? Does that just mean he can't post bail, or does that mean he could just walk out if he feels
he hasn't seen a judge yet, right? So he doesn't have bail set yet.
Oh, good point. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. Yeah, warrant issued, last updated. Yep. Last updated just a few minutes ago, basically. So
you see the caution warning at the bottom of that?
What does it say?
Caution, these persons should be considered dangerous. If you know where they are, please do not approach them or attempt to apprehend them yourself.
All right, we're going to have to submit a tip then. I mean, listen, it's not against Aaron. We just need him to be on the show tonight. So the only way to do that for sure is to get him in justice's hands, and then we call him inside the jail. Are you allowed to co-host a podcast from jail? What's his last name again? Imholte? Okay. Oh, here we go. Aaron Imholte. Here we go. Now, this says he's white. Huh. All right. Well.
If he is arrested, they're imholting him hostage. Okay.
Okay. Select on their name below to report a tip via the profile page. Or I can just call the office. It says, should I report it to him? I mean, I kind of know where he is. Yeah, he's still on the outstanding warrants list. Okay. Well, guys, don't submit a tip that he's in a cabin in the woods. But he does seem to be on the lam. I mean, it's a little odd that right before the news broke, he's like, I'm going to be gone for the entire weekend, or maybe I won't. Maybe I will sneak home and be on your show. Like that kind of flightiness about it too. I don't know, something funny about that.
I mean, let me ask you this. If you didn't submit the tip and some sort of Benoit type situation was to happen, wouldn't you feel bad?
I would feel real bad in that scenario.
Now, is it possible? Well, I kind of don't think so. But if he was telling you what he told you because you're like, that's an alibi. But knowing that you're a steel trap that you are, I don't think he would set that up. That he thought that was for your ears only. So that kind of knocks out the possibility of that being just an alibi.
Yeah, I think he was legitimately going. Maybe I should at least call the sheriff's office and see if maybe they haven't even tried to execute the warrant. Maybe that's something we can find out. Let me call. Don't talk because they can hear you guys too.
Good.
Call the sheriff.
Thank you for calling the Stearns County Sheriff's Office non-emergency line. If this is an emergency requiring immediate assistance, please hang up and dial 911. Otherwise, choose from one of the following options. To speak to the dispatch center to report an alarm, speak to an officer, or report any incident requiring a law enforcement response, press 1. To speak to sheriff records or civil process, press 2.
I don't know which
to
one
speak
of
to
these.
the jail, press 3. To speak to a member of sheriff's administration during regular business hours, press 4.
Which one should I do?
All other calls, press 0.
And like one had most of the
directed to
options.
dispatch center. You have reached the Stearns County Law Enforcement Center. Please stay on the line to maintain your priority.
Stearns County Sheriff's Office, this is Becky. How can I help you?
Hi, Becky. I'm not sure I'm talking to the right person about this, but I had a question about an active warrant on somebody, and just wanted to know if it had even attempted to be executed yet.
Well, I can tell you if a warrant is active or not, but anything else,
Okay, I got you. Because I potentially have a tip on where this person might be. I don't think that the warrant's been. I don't think anybody's tried to get him yet, but I'm not sure if maybe they stopped by his house, but he's not there.
Okay, and what's the address?
I don't have the address where he currently is, or the address that's listed for the warrant.
Well, where do you think, like the address of where you think he is?
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't have the address, but I was told by him that he was visiting a cabin in the woods that I guess a family member or something owns.
Oh, okay, yeah, and We would need an address to be able to even send like an officer out there.
I don't have an address, but I'm extremely concerned because I don't know, it just seems like odd timing. I just don't. I'd feel terrible if something bad happened and I didn't say something.
Right. Well, if you're able to get an address like at later this evening or at a later time, you can just give us a call back and we can.
Yeah. Can I just tell you the name of the person? I mean, it might just be interesting to. It might be somebody that knows him closer that would maybe know the address. If I could just pass the info on, and somebody, I don't know if there's like a sheriff or a detective or somebody who wants to look into this.
Well, what do you mean by like close? Like this person that owns the cabin, or?
Well, I'm sure that if there was somebody who was closer to this guy that knows him, they probably know where this cabin is. I'm just not close enough to know the address. But I was told directly by this guy that he's at this cabin, and I'm just, for the life of me, I'm worried as heck.
Do you know what city the cabin is at?
No. I assume it's nearby. I mean, he lives in St. Cloud. I assume it's somewhere nearby, but
okay. Yeah, and unfortunately with the minimal information, there's nothing that we can do. If you're able, or if you guys have like a mutual friend or something that's able to get more more information, like an address specifically, then we can do a little bit more. But without that, we won't be able to do anything.
I fully understand. I'm worried because if a family annihilation scenario happened, I would feel terrible if I didn't say something.
What makes you think that would happen?
I don't know. Somebody just mentioned it like that. So that it sounds like one of those scenarios.
Okay. Well, yeah. What I would encourage you to do is maybe since he told you directly that he was staying at a cabin, maybe try to if you talk to him, maybe see if you can't get it out of him, or like I said before, a mutual friend. But then as soon as you get that information, then I would call us back so then we can get something going.
I gotcha. Thanks so much for your help. And again, I don't know for sure that anything like that's going to happen. I just would feel terrible if it did. And then,
Right. No, understandable.
You get it. You
can get a little more information and then we can go from there. Okay.
Gotcha. Oh, and then real quick, is it when someone's in the jail there, how long can they be on a phone?
That would be a question for the jail. I could send you up there to ask them.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
do you want me to
go ahead. Sure.
Okay. All right. Hang on 1 second.
Episode about Mersh. Ooh. Oh boy. Classic Mersh episode. Beep beep.
Stearns County Jail.
Hey there. I just had a quick question. How long can an inmate have phone time at your jail?
So it depends. If they are in booking, they will only have 10 minutes after they are booked. If they are in a housing unit, they get up 3 times a day for 2 hours each. So it depends what time they would get out.
I got you. All right, I appreciate that information. That's all I needed.
All right, you bet.
10 minutes, right? Okay. All right, just slam the phone down right into my ear, you fucking... All right, so...
Wait, could you have asked him if he was there?
Great question, Ryan. Anyway, I think it's not because the warrant is still active. I think that problem's solved. Anyway, family annihilator, Aaron Imholte. You heard it here first. Clip it. So
it's crazy. They didn't even ask you for the name.
I know. Like, why I offered the name, and she's like, "Nah, no thanks."
This is the same state where making a murderer also occurred.
Is it really?
It's pretty close to the Fargo mishaps.
Yeah.
From Fargo fame. We're like, oh, that, doesn't really worry me much. A cabin is a friendly place. You got a fire and some snacks.
The Fargo mishaps of Fargo fame, specifically. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into some merch stuff here. So anyway, Aaron, we salute you. Good luck out there. Please do not annihilate your family. That phone call was done with love. Okay. I am legit. Like, isn't there a part of you that kind of sits there and you're like, is he really trying to make a run for it? What is the scenario here? Because I would imagine he probably had a little bit of foreknowledge, maybe, that this was coming down the pipe. That's the way I took it. I mean, it was like literally. Hang on a second. When was this posted? Okay, that was posted at that time. And when did I send him the message? Okay, yeah. So like 4 hours. Maybe were between me asking him about no, actually it was hang on, it was less than that because he responded at 4 p.m. and then this info was out by like 6 p.m. let's say. So it was like 2 hours between that. I don't know. That sounds like a guy's getaway plan. Like he's like breaking up the cement in his basement and getting his go bag and telling his kids, get in the car, get in the car, get in the car. But we'll find out when we all hear the news about what happened to the children. You thought the cocaine in the hair was bad with the Arcata kids? Wait until they discover the cabin. What's left of the cabin. We're about to have a, what was that? The shootout with the guy and the cabin and
Dorner.
Dorner. Yeah, this is going to be a Dorner scenario. This is going to be the next Waco. I'm telling you guys right now. All right.
Crazy that like a Philly accent is built in just saying the name Dorner.
Dorner.
Yo, Dorner.
Dorner. All right, let's check in with Mersh. Now, Mersh and Royce were on a show that I guess a friend of yours. Are you friends with Elijah Schaefer?
Yeah.
Ryan? He's on your network, censored.tv, I guess.
That's true. Right. My network.
So he's got this show called the Nightly Offensive. Holy shit, that's loud.
That was loud.
All right, see now he's got